from the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday, bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping all the sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now.
Oh yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now.
Oh yeah.
Shorty oughta been my me. Ooh, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watching that, Barney!
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Lauletta to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Shorty, shorty, shorty. Run.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He leaves this one for Howard. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And escapes the sack. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wentz to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta after the interception. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, That was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey's 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Wentz to throw on second down. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Quan Alexander. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Lauletta on first down. And incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this one is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Lauletta looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. Let's see how they attack them here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
On first down, Lauletta. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. To Shepard, complete over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Gun!
Now here's Lauletta. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Leopard! Over!
A first down carry for Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Watch it now, Marty!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board. but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Over!
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Great.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz. Able to get away. Ertz over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they squeeze the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mike Bennett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's a give to Barkley, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz on the bootleg. He finds Ajayi and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Gone now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Quan Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Shorty. 81.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Wentz again. Bird shrugs him aside, and he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Elliott now to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll go to Barkley again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch him now, Barney.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. Right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Marty. Watch it now, Marty.
Running left, it's Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, Loretta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta now on second. Open man right side is Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Flag.
Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on first is Wentz. He leaves this one for Howard. And now running right through it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Great. Oh.
Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Robert Ayers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.